Hello, my name is Tristan Dwyer, and this is my final presentation on Information System Security for College 100, Session 1077, Summer of 2017. In this presentation, I will introduce you to the field of Information System Security, more specifically the use of cyber intelligence to protect information systems and some of the ethical challenges it creates. Topics that will be covered are the effects of long-term data storage, the ethical implications of mass data collection, data sharing, and actions to mitigate threats. What exactly does an information system security analyst do? They are responsible for monitoring of network systems. They install and maintain security software to protect those networks. They perform audits on the network systems to test their security measures. And they develop standards and procedures best suited to the needs of an organization. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the projected growth is 18% between 2014 and 2024 for the information system security analyst field. The median annual wage for an analyst in 2016 was $92,600. Cyber attacks are becoming more frequent and sophisticated, and the need for trained information system security analysts are currently in high demand. Long-term electronic data storage is a necessary part of our society. It allows access to vast amounts of information in an instant and has greatly improved efficiency over storing records on paper in large file rooms. However, with the ease of access given to an organization, it also gives potential hackers the opportunity to steal or destroy sensitive information if a security flaw is exploited. In June 2015, the United States Office of Personnel Management discovered that the background investigation records of current, former, and prospective federal employees and contractors had been stolen. It is later estimated that 4.2 million personnel records and 21.5 million background investigation data was also exposed in this. How did this happen? The Committee on Oversight and Government Reform attributed the breach to a lack of prioritization for cybersecurity by the Office of Personnel Management and the failure of implementing strong security measures on their data storage network. However, on August 21, 2017, an arrest warrant was issued for a Chinese national on one count of conspiracy computer hacking for providing malware similarly used in the 2015 attack on the Office of Personnel Management. The individual was also taken into custody the same day at the Los Angeles International Airport. This data breach is only one example of the effects of long-term data storage can have and the ethical responsibility to take the necessary steps to secure the data network. The Office of Personnel Management had prior knowledge by other government agencies that their security framework was insufficient but failed to take corrective actions. Mass data collection has an ever-increasing appeal for the information security field. However, it will prove to be a fine line between the risk and reward of justifying the invasion of privacy while preventing cybersecurity crimes. According to the Cloud Security Alliance, human beings now create 2.5 quintillion bytes of data per day. But how can this information be used to mitigate cybercrimes? Well, one example is that big data analytics has potential to analyze financial transactions, log files, and network traffic to identify anomalies and suspicious activities. In 2013, Edward Snowden exposed a top-secret National Security Agency surveillance program and forever changed the intelligence gathering community. Since 2010, the NSA has been exploiting its huge collection of data to create sophisticated graphs of some of America's social connections that can identify their associates, their locations at certain times, their traveling companions, and other personal information. According to Lloydine, the European Union passed the Data Retention Directive, provided that metadata derived from the communications of every national person and legal entity within the European Union must be retained and made available for the purpose of the investigation, the detection, and prosecution of serious crimes. This law has since been challenged and struck down, citing the law was a breach of the European Union's Charter. Post-Edward Snowden revelations has shown that privacy is given little concern when it comes to counterterrorism operations. However, that does not mean it should end altogether. but shows the need for oversight and a set of ethical guidelines defining how much information can be collected and how it can be used to protect national interests. If an organization was being targeted with a cyber attack, would they have an ethical duty to share this information with other private sector industries or even the federal government? In the interest of cybersecurity, yes. The Cybersecurity Information Sharing Act of 2015 allows the sharing of cyber threat information between government agencies and the private sector organizations, in addition to the private industry groups already sharing among themselves. Many industry security leaders have expressed the concern about sharing information with the federal government after years of data breaches on their own systems. However, the law gives businesses legal certainty that they have a safe harbor against frivolous lawsuits when freely sharing and receiving cyber threat indicators and defensive measures in real time and taking actions to mitigate cyber attacks. To help coordinate cyber defense, the National Cybersecurity and Communications Integration Center is tasked with analyzing cyber threats and recommended responses and containment of those threats. On July 29, 2017, it was discovered that unauthorized access had been obtained from Equifax data servers, and on September 7, 2017, it was released that the data of 143 million Americans was compromised. It was later released that the cause of the breach was an exploit in the Apache Struts program called CVE 2017-9805 that was discovered and patched on the same day, March 7, 2017. According to Coll, cybersecurity education needs to be personalized to provide end users with a learning experience aligned with their day-to-day job activities, time availability, learning needs, interests, generations, and most of all, their relationship with technology. The end user education is the base of any cyber threat mitigation. They are the first line in preventing cyber intrusions in the systems, and many federal entities offer tips and guidelines on mitigating cyber threats. The United States Computer Emergency Readiness Team offers tips and explanations for understanding cyber threats and also issues security threats alerts for other government agencies, the private sector, and individuals. This concludes my presentation on information system security, and I thank you for watching it. While putting together this presentation, I opened the door to a deeper understanding of what information system security analyst does and the challenges they face in keeping information systems secure. Initially, I had very little understanding of this career field besides that I was interested in learning something new. Overall, I am more comfortable with the research process, and I feel using the Big Six model has helped immensely to effectively sort through all the vast amounts of information in the library and on the internet, all while organizing it into an effective manner.